Hello again everyone, this is Santotaku with Team by the Trigger, bringing you another deck profile. As you may be guessing by the card sleeves we have here, I'm bringing you the Great Nature deck profile. This deck will be played by Captain Showboat. He was not here this weekend to actually build the deck, so I generally hold the cards for everyone. And I took some time and I decided to build it for him. It is based off of School Hunter Leopold, and I've been doing a little bit of testing with it. It's actually a lot of fun, and it's pretty explosive, so I hope you enjoy. Starting off from the top, we have 3 copies of School Hunter Leopold. What he does is when he attacks, he can choose one of your rear guards and give it 4,000 power. That rear guard will then be destroyed at the end step, and then when he's limit breaking, you can counterblast 1 to revive the card that you destroyed. So I mean, it's sort of good and it's sort of bad. The power is awesome because you push up a lot of cards to the next step. The counterblast to keep the card in play is really nice. It's nice when you combo with Sookie. But I mean, realistically, you didn't need to kill that card in the first place, right? You're paying to make sure you don't minus yourself. You're not really getting a plus. You're just keeping a card alive. But the power bonus you get is going to force a lot of shields out of your opponent's hand. So this is a very aggressive deck and a very aggressive card. So definitely a 4 of in this build. There's a couple other builds. There's a ride chain for locks, which I think is pretty crappy. And then there's School Dominator Apt, this guy. It's a penguin. It's pretty neat. I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm going to give it a shot. It's more like a stand deck, but we're running the Leopold build right now. So next up is 3 copies of Magna Crocodile. This is your standard 12k attacker when it attacks the Vanguard. Why it's so good in this deck is that you're not just looking for an 8k to go behind it anymore. You can put almost any booster and still hit the 20k mark because of Leopold. So you can, say you have a 6k booster behind it, Leopold attacks, makes it a 10k, there's a 22k column. If you also happen to have a Binocular Tiger, you can make it a 26k column. So this card is pretty huge. Normally I don't run these cards in triplicate. I like to have like a backup Vanguard, but I think you want to get these as quickly as possible, and even if you have to ride it, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. So, but standard card, really good card. It plays big in this deck. Moving on to Grade 2, we have 4 copies of Geograph Giant. I'd be running less of these if I could, but right now we are running 4 of them. It's standard 10k. 2 copies of Binocular Tiger. He has the same effect as Leopold. When he declares an attack, you choose one of your rear guards and give it a 4k power bonus, and it dies at the end step. Yeah, you got to run 4 of these. We only have 2 right now. We're looking to trade for some more of these, and I'd probably take out 2 Geograph Giants for more of these. But the big thing with this entire clan is applying power bonuses and then making use of their destruction. So, but 2 is what we are right now, and it's going to be 4, and we have 4. 3 Sookie, the Pencil Knights Sookie. What this guy does is that when he is retired at the end step, you can counterblast 1 to search another copy out of your deck. He sort of sucks at 8k, but when you give him +4, he's a 12, and if you had an 8k behind him, that's a 20k. Other than that, you choose him as a target for Binocular Tiger and Leopold, and then at the end step, he's retired, you counterblast 1, you get another copy to hand. So you get to keep it as a shield. If you also have Leopold's limit break, you can revive it, so it's like you got 10k shield right there. So these guys are pretty good. 3 is probably enough though. So. Next up is Canvas Koala. I originally wasn't going to run this card, but then after talking with Captain Showboat, I realized that in this clan in particular, these guys are useful. What he does, he's like Field Driller for Spike Brothers. If you have 4 other rear guards in play, if he lands an attack on the Vanguard, he gets to draw a card. Now, it sort of sucks because it's a 7K, so you need an 8K behind to make it the 15, but with a 4K power bonus from either Binocular Tiger or Leopold, he's an 11K. So you can get him up to the 16K mark, which is enough to force 10K shields as opposed to a 5K shield. So that's pretty good. You're forcing them to use potentially 2 cards to prevent you from drawing 1, and then if you have both Binocular Tiger and Leopold out, you're talking about a 21K column with a 6K booster. So that's really good. This thing can get really big with the correct bonus, and realistically anything can get big, but he also has an effect that your opponent has to worry about. So this becomes a must block for your opponent, and if they don't, you get to draw free cards. So hey, why not? So I think it makes it a little bit better than Lamb Camel, which requires you to counterblast, because you need your counterblast to keep things alive with Leopold and the Sookie chain. So 3 of these is good. I might bump it up to 4 if we have room for it later. 4 copies of Great Silver Wolf. This is the standard 8K. It's actually out of set 2. Okay, so if you didn't get in on set 2, you're not going to find it in BTO 7 with the rest of the Great Nature. Just like Geograph Giant, you have to go back and find these. 4 copies of Cable Sheep. This is our perfect guard, who we managed to get 4 of, and somehow didn't get 4 copies of Binocular Tiger. But hey, what the hell? 4 is essential. Gotta run them. And you're going to get cards to hand all the time because of the effect of Sookie. 2 Monoculus Tiger. He does the same thing as Binoculus and Leopold. When he declares an attack, you get to get plus 4K to something. I treat this sort of the exact same way that I treat the Canvas Koala. It's a decent pivot, right? Like, you get to move it up and you get to give something a bonus. So you can get something pretty strong, and he can get pretty strong too. And to be honest, there's no other really good 7Ks for them, so I might as well use this. And we put like 10 of these, and again, only 2 Binocular Tigers. But 2 is probably a good number of these. I wouldn't run any more, and it's better than the TikTok Flamingo. So 4 copies of Pencil Squire Sookie. It's a 6K booster. And this is pretty much what you're going to be constantly killing with the effects of your cats. You're going to boost him up to make him a 10K booster. He's going to die. You're going to counterblast to get another copy to your hand, and then you're going to counterblast to keep him alive with Leopold. Keep getting more cards to hand, more free shields, and digging through your deck, getting yourself closer to triggers. So it's really nice. I would run 4 pretty much all the time. All day, every day. Flask Marmoset, so you're starting Vanguard, moves to the back row. Its effect is sort of irrelevant. You counterblast 2, and you choose one of your Great Nature rear guards, give them plus 4K, and then they die at the end phase. You're never really going to use this counterblast, but he moves back and he's a 5K booster, so why not, right? You'll probably end up using the counterblast if you manage to somehow not get a Binoculus or Monoculus or Leopold in play, and you want to start pulling stuff out of your deck. But still, even then, probably not. The only other option is the Locks starter, which isn't going to be very helpful either, because you're not running the Lock strategy. And then there's another one that moves into the Soul to search for a grade 3, which I guess is pretty good, but I like the +1 and the 5K boost here. So moving on to the triggers, we have 4 of the Ruler Chameleon. This one has an effect specifically when he's retired. You can counterblast 1 to get another copy to your hand. You're probably never going to use that. But if you really need a 10K shield, or you really needed to put a booster down, I guess that's something, and it comes at the cost of a counterblast. 4 Triangle Cobras to round it up to 8 crit triggers. 4 copies of the Fortune Cat Bringer Cat, which is the draw trigger, and then finally 4 copies of this goat guy here, Dictionary Goat, which is the standard heal trigger. So I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to like, favorite, subscribe as you see fit, and let me know what you guys think of the deck. Thanks.